What's going on, 843? Bruce here, getting ready to go fishing for the first time this year. Yes, that is correct. It is Saturday, April 6th, 2019, and I have not been fishing once this year. We are gonna head up to the Waccamaw River in Conway at the Riverwalk, see if we can't do a little catfishing and see if the kids can't catch a little brim. I'll check back in with you in a few minutes. Here's a perfect representation of how long it's been since we've gone fishing. Check out this rod here. Look at the accumulation of dust we have on this bad boy. The rod and the reel have seen some neglect over the last year. Work has been so busy, I haven't been able to actually get out and enjoy any fishing here in the 843. We're looking to change that for this year. I know it's a little late start, but fishing's getting ready to turn on, and we're excited to get out. All right, guys, you ready?
I'm ready.
First fishing trip of the year.
Drake, are you ready to go fishing?
Drakey looks excited. We're gonna go slay some fish.
Yeah.
Bring home some fish fry for tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat all the heads.
All right, let's do this. We're gonna run and hit a Walmart. Can't go fishing without fishing licenses. Just realized that our fishing licenses are expired. So we're gonna re-up on those, and we're gonna grab some worms for the kids for the brim, and then we'll be out to the water, and I'll pick up with you then. All right, guys, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go catch some catfish, some brim. And Kaylee, what did you want to do?
I wanted to make it a competition for who catches the most fish, and then who catches the biggest fish.
All right, so whoever catches the most fish, and whoever catches the biggest fish.
And what's the prize going to be?
A pat on the back.
Sounds like a deal. Yes. Come on, Tricky. Come on, buddy. Woo. Boy. Eel. All right, guys, so we finally made it to where we're at. We out here at the Conway River Walk in Conway, South Carolina, and the bridge over the Waccamaw River right now is under construction. It's causing a big debacle with traffic on 501 right now. It's going to be pretty loud while we're all here fishing and filming. I do apologize for the audio in advance, but we're going to go ahead, we're going to get set up, we're going to go ahead and start rocking and rolling, see if we can't catch some fish. Come on, you bugger.
Yeah,
All right, so today what we're going to be trying to catch, and I've said it before, is we're going to try to catch some brim with the kids, okay? And we're going to try to catch catfish. We'll start with the kids' bait. We're using something new today. We'll get to that in a second, but normally what Aaron likes to use, what are these, buddy?
Big red worms for brim, basically.
And I always catch fish for him. He's always catching, you know, 8 or 10 nice sized brim out here. So hopefully these do the trick. Now, something new that we're trying is I saw these up there at Walmart and I thought they were pretty neat, is they're the same red worms, but they're in a chartreuse color. I'll show you guys one of them when we hook it up on Aaron's hook and get it in the water. We'll check it out. It's pretty cool the way that they dye these worms to get the color in them. Now, what are these, Aaron? Why'd we bring hot dogs?
Because we usually always will catch catfish with cheap hot dogs. Now, the cheaper the hot dog, the better your chances are to catch a catfish.
And he's right, because the reason I like cheap hot dogs is all the grease and the fat that they have in a hot dog. It just releases into the water, all those oils and everything, it attracts the catfish. Some people want to believe in hot dogs, some people don't believe in hot dogs, but every time we use a hot dog, it works. The only problem is keeping it on the hook. And then we have
calf liver, which you can also use chicken liver, but they also do the same as the hot dogs and catch the catfish.
Because they're good and bloody, and they release a lot of scent into the water. Calf livers, they tend to stay on the hook a little bit better than chicken livers do. But chicken livers, they work real well, and they're always proven out here to catch catfish. So that's what we're using today. I'll give you a close-up here in just a second. Hang tight. All right, Kaylee, so which ones do you want to use first? You want to use the chartreuse ones, which are new, or do you want to use the big red worms that you always catch fish on?
I'll start with the new ones.
You want to start with the new ones? All right, cool. Aaron, which one do you want to start with?
I'll use the new ones.
You want to use the new ones as well? Okay.
Just
There's not even any worms in here. All right, guys, so we were going to use the new worms. Apparently Walmart had ripped me off.
I just fumbling through here, getting ready to pull one out for Aaron and Kaylee, and there's not one worm in this container. I just dumped out half of the dirt trying to find a worm, and I can't find not one worm in this whole container. So, off to bad luck with the new bait. I guess the bait that we normally use, that we typically use, is going to pay off for us today. Got them on there good? Alright, so I'm going to show you how to get set up for catfish. This is how I like to fish for the catfish in the Waccamaw. What I like to do is I start with a number 2 bank sinker, and I just tie it onto the bottom with a normal improved clinch knot. So we'll go ahead and tie that on there. All right, and the next step is I like to, about a foot, maybe 18 inches off the bottom of the bank sinker, I like to add a float. Just a small float, and what I do is I thread it on, and what it does is it helps suspend the bait in the water off the bottom. Sometimes people like to fish on the bottom for catfish. I like to leave mine up off the bottom at least a foot, 18 inches. I believe it really helps. So let's go ahead and thread this bobber on there. I left my slack a little short, so we're going to go ahead and fix that real quick. Well, it would help if I went the right way. There we go. Now we got our float tied on there. You can kind of see how it's going to take shape. What I'll do is at the end of this loop here, I'll put my hook. And when it's in the water, this will be on the ground, and then this will be floating up in the current, like so. Let me go ahead and put the hook on there, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, now that we're all rigged up and we're all baited up, I kind of want to show you what the action is going to be like in the water. I got my number 2 bank sinker on there, like I said. That's going to hit the bottom after a cast, okay? The float is going to keep the bait suspended in the water, like this. So you'll be about 1.5 feet, maybe a foot off of the ground, and the catfish come up, snag it, hook himself, and it's on from there. Okay, so now that we're all rigged up, I kind of want to show you how we're gonna hook this hot dog on here. Now, a lot of times people like to use circle hook for the catching catfish in the corner of the mouth. However, when I'm using hot dog, I don't like to use a circle hook because of the way I hook the hot dog. Basically, you come in let me go ahead and rethread it here. I jumped the gun there. So basically what I like to do is I like to come in the hot dog like this. I come up through, slide it down the shank of the J hook. I give it a twist, and I set the hook back in the hot dog. I think that's the best way for the hot dog to stay on when you're casting. All right, babe, go ahead, cast her out there. Good. So I got these little jingly bells, little bite indicators. I like to use them when I fish with the kids, especially catfishing. That way I can walk away and I can help them doing what they do. But anyways, it just clips right on the end of your pole. When you get a bite, it jingles. Hey, Ricky. You want some water? You want some water? You hot? Hey. It's a present that Aaron got for me for Father's Day one year. It says networking.
What you got there, babe?
Got a lunka. He won't come up off the bottom. I think it's a 45-pound stump.
Probably.
45-pound stump fish.
Sounds about right.
Ain't catching anything else. Might as well catch the stumps, baby. He's a fighter.
Yeah, he is. Kaylee named her worm. Kaylee, what did you name your worm?
His name is Stupid.
Why is his name Stupid?
Because he didn't run away fast enough and he ended up getting trapped in that can, and now he's in a hook about to be eaten by a fish.
This here Cheeto. Ready? Are you catching anything?
No, I haven't.
Any bites on your worm yet?
No, the only thing I've really gotten was under the pool, not the pool especially,
Under the deck?
under the deck. I've been trying for a little bit now, but I haven't succeeded.
Nothing? I think we're going to go ahead and switch up baits right now because we're not getting anything on the hot dog. Alright, so we're not getting any bites with the hot dog, so we're going to go ahead and switch up to the calf liver and hope for the best. Been here for a couple hours now and we haven't got any bites. So all that background noise that you were hearing, we've had a whole school show up for prom photos. I'm going to take a quick spin around. I don't want to get anybody in the video, but I'll take a quick show of how many people are actually out here. I want to say it's about at least half of the class for this year. Prom night! What you got going on, buddy? You got anything on there yet? No. Not catching anything yet? It's a slow game, isn't it? It takes patience. It's almost nice enough to jump in the water. Water will probably be pretty cold, but today is gorgeous. It's 2:53 in the afternoon, and I want to say it's about 70 degrees outside, maybe 72.
Kaylee, you catch anything? No.
You get any bites yet, Kaylee?
Nope.
Not yet? Just like I tell Aaron, it's a slow waiting game. Test your patience. But the best part of it is you get to be out here in nature. It's gorgeous outside. Wind's blowing. It's like 72 degrees. It's gorgeous. All right, so Kaylee's not catching anything with the worms, nor is Aaron. But Kaylee said she wanted to try something different. The only thing that we have different with us today are these little white curly-tailed grubs. And she was asking me how to tie it on there. And I'm going to go ahead and show her how I tie it. Put the string through the little loop. If we can get it in there. It's so tiny that it's hard to get in there, but once you do get it in there, like so, pull it all the way through, right, like this. What you want to do is you want to twist the bait a couple times without hooking yourself. I want to say like maybe 6 or 7 times. You twist it around in a circle, right? Okay. Then what you do is you take this end right here is called the tag end, okay? It's the part that went through the eye. It's called the tag end. So you bring it, see that little loop right there at the eye? So you want to go through that hole, okay? And then, now you see what you did? You created another loop, right? So you take that tag end, bring it back through, put it through this loop, okay? Then you kind of pull it tight, right? But before you pull it all the way tight to the eye of the little jig head, you have to wet it with either water or just go like this, right? And then you pull it tight all the way, okay? And see how it's a little messed up like that? That's when you take the tag end and you go like that, straighten it out, pull it the rest of the way tight, and then you clip this little piece off right here with a knife. And then what you do is you want to cast this out in the water, kind of just like drop it down and bob it up and down. You know, real slow like though. You don't want to go too fast. You just kind of want it to be in the water and you want the fish to see it going bloop, bloop. But when it's in the water, this little tail is going to go all wiggly. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to attract the fish. So let's give it a shot. See what happens.
So Kaylee had a little nibble a second ago.
Oh, got it.
She got it! She got it!
I got a fish.
Yeah! Reel it up. Good job. She got herself a little brim. Kaylee, turn around and show it to the camera. Good job.
And I told you they went
Kaylee caught the first fish of the day.
I was right.
And she used her artificial bait to do it.
I caught a fish. Aaron, I caught a fish.
Okay, so far I'm in the lead with the biggest and the most because I'm the only person who's caught anything. So far I'm in the lead. So if no one else catches anything, I get 2 pats on the back.
So
Yay.
you want to learn how to put the bait on the hook. So artificial bait, and basically what you want to do is you want to come in through the very top like so, okay? Smush it in. When it hits the circle part there, you poke it out the bottom, like that, okay? Then what you do is you put it all the way up to the head, the jig head, turn it, okay? So now your stripes are on top, right? What you do is you take this, you poke it through the bottom, like so, up through the top, and that's all you have is the little point of the hook sticking out of the top of the bait. So when a fish comes up and bites, they hook themselves. Okay? So that's how you do it.
Okay.
See if you can remember how to do this. Right through the hook. Good job. Yeah, just kind of spin it around in a couple circles. You want to do it, you know, probably like 4, 5, 6 times maybe. Usually the thinner the line, like we're using a really thin line, so you want to spin it quite a few times. You want to spin it like more than 7 times. Usually when you use a little bit of a thicker line, you don't have to spin it quite as many.
I think it's good.
Okay, so what you want to do is you kind of want to pinch this so it doesn't unravel, and bring that other line through that hoop.
It started doing that.
Okay, that's fine. So bring it through. Then when you bring it through, you can let it go and grab the tag.
Is it through? No.
Once you get it through there, you'll be okay. No, we haven't had any luck yet.
How long you guys been out here?
Like 3 hours.
There were a bunch of prom kids earlier though, so
You got it through that one.
Okay, so you got it through that one hoop, right? Now see how you created another loop up here? You want to put it through that hoop.
And then.
Yeah. And then pull it through. Get it a little bit tight, but don't tighten it all the way. Yep. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to lick your fingers and then rub it on there, or lick the line. Did they teach you about friction in school yet?
Yep.
Okay. So friction creates heat, right? So when you pull the knot tight, basically the line it's monofilament. It's kind of like a plastic. So basically, if you pull the line tight, it's going to create friction, and it's going to make the line burn, and that's when it's going to break off.
Friction also creates energy.
So you just want to wet the line a little bit with either your spit or with water, and then you go ahead and pull it tight.
If I can.
Don't pull the tag in. You want to pull this end.
Do I have to hold on to the tag, right?
No, you don't have to. At the end, when you pull it a little bit tight, you don't want to pull it too tight. You just want to pull it to the eye. When you pull it to the eye, then you fix the knot with the tag end. There you go. See, just like that. Now pull the tag in tight a little bit. And then grab the main line and pull it really tight. There you go.
Nothing happened. And then you cut
Double
this
check.
part off, right?
Yeah, and then you cut that piece off. So you pull it really tight like that. You just have to be careful, because when you're pulling, you'll hook yourself. And then what you do is you snip that off. I leave it a little bit long, not this long, obviously, because that's why we're cutting it. But
So cut it like that.
like right there should be perfect. Just push down really hard.
It's not. It's in that little circle area. No, okay. Wait, that didn't do anything. I'm gonna try to do it.
Here, we gotta turn it around this way, so that way we can get closer.
Yeah,
All right.
do it. I'm
Here.
gonna do it. Did it cut right?
Yep.
Okay,
Perfect. You did it.
got my bait.
Kaylee tied her first improved clinch knot. That's what that's called.
Okay.
Kaylee caught a fish. She caught a small brim. I'm gonna go ahead and use that here for bait in a few minutes. Use some live bait. Hopefully that does the trick for us on the catfish, because our hot dogs and our calf liver is not working. It usually does, but I was thinking about it. Usually it works in the warmer weather. The stinky bait works the best in the warm weather. I think the water's still a little bit cold, and I think that the fresh live bait is going to be the ticket. We're going to go ahead and give it a try and see what happens. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Ricky, what is it? What is it, a fish? Oh, what is that? Is it fishy? Is it fishy? Is it fishy? Get it. Get it. Get it. Ricky, what is it? What is it? What is it? Do you know what to do? It's a fishy. Get him. Get him. I'm going to use Kaylee's super small brim here for live bait, and we are going to hook it just real up high and just under the spine, if I can. Got to get through those scales first. Just like that, right through the spine. And then we're going to cast him out, and hopefully he catches us a fish. Let's get that scale off there so it's not going to stop the point from catching the catfish or the bowfin or whatever's out there right now.
Bye-bye, fishy.
Yep. Apparently I didn't hook the fish in its spine like I wanted to, because I just slung him off when I casted. We're going to go ahead and bait back up and cast out and hope for the best. So now that everybody's gone, you can kind of get a sense of the piece that's out here right now, other than the construction that's going on. Aaron's bored, throwing his hat around. He's tired of fishing. Kaylee's my fishing trooper. She's still going hard at it. She changed her grub from a white grub to a chartreuse grub, and she's looking to get another one because she wants a double pat on the back. She wants the most fish and the biggest fish. And right now, it's looking like she's gonna do it.
Bruce, I actually didn't want that at all. I wanted to get another bait fish since you lost it.
Oh, you want to get another bait fish since I lost the other one? That will help.
I'm using this
Chartreuse. Curly tail grub. It's all wiggly in the camera. It can't focus. Go cast it out. Catch me some bait.
Okay, let's go.
So it's 5:35. We've been out here for about 3 hours, and we've yet to catch anything. Kaylee caught a small brim that I decided I wanted to use for bait. However, when I hooked the bait on, as you guys saw, I threw it off. So I figured I'd take a few minutes and talk about salt. If you're wondering what salt was, salt is my hat, and it is the Student Angler League Tournament Trails. Salt is not just salt fishing, it is saltwater and bass fishing. They have 2 divisions, and it's for exactly what I said, Student Angler League Tournament Trails. It's for students, middle school students and high school students. However, this year they are looking to bring on some elementary school students. You're looking at, I want to say it said anywhere from kindergarten to 5th grade. So they're looking to bring elementary school kids on, and it's fantastic. Like I said, it's not just salt fishing. They have a saltwater side and a freshwater side. Saltwater side, they focus on redfish, and freshwater side, they focus on bass tournament fishing. So the kids, they get a chance to get out and experience what tournament style fishing is like. And I do have to say, I haven't been to an event yet. Work hasn't allowed me to be able to get out on the weekends and do anything like that yet. But Coach Rayburn is always looking for people to volunteer to take pictures, to help with the weigh-ins, and to help take kids out on boats that otherwise their parents don't have boats, but they want to fish. So he's always looking for people that can do that. Unfortunately, my family and myself, we don't have a boat. If we did, I would take my son out. He starts middle school next year. I'd take Kaylee out. She starts middle school, not next year, but the year after. And with the elementary side and the middle school side, I'm pretty sure that they'd be able to team up and we'd be able to fish on the same boat. So it's something that we're looking at doing. Hopefully work continues to keep going good so that we can get a boat and we're not limited to situations like this where we're sitting on a dock. Though we're enjoying ourselves, we're not really catching any fish. But, you know, that's why they call it fishing, right? We're going to go ahead and keep trying. It's like 5:30 now. We'll probably go to maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then we'll head out of here. I'll update you then and see if we caught anything. I just wanted to give you a rundown, let you know what salt was all about, and because some people might be wondering what my hat is, what I'll do is I'll leave in the description below, I will leave a link to their website so you can see more about it. We'll talk to you soon. How you doing, bud?
I haven't been doing any.
No luck?
No luck. I've tried over there, and right.
Then you tried a little down too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Right. Okay, well, jigging up and down isn't the only thing you can do. What you can do is reel it up, right? Cast it out there, okay, like you would with the worm. Let it hit the bottom. Feed it a little line. Let it hit the bottom.
Okay.
When it hits the bottom, you can just give it a couple little twitches on the bottom, like this. You know what I mean? A few little twitches, just little twitches, little twitches, little twitches. And then you'll feel if something bites it. If it feels like something's biting it, you can set the hook. If not, you just reel it back in. Just like in bass fishing, which we haven't done much of yet, you just cast it back out, let it hit the bottom, feed it a little line. Once it hits the bottom, reel it in, couple little twitches. You want to do it slow though, you know? You want to twitch it up, let it hit the bottom, twitch it up, let it hit the bottom. And sometimes if you have a lot of slack, just reel it in a little bit. And then you reel it up, you cast it back out again. Go ahead, give it a try. Alright everyone, so we're all set. We didn't catch anything. Kaylee caught her brim. She was excited about that, but we didn't catch anything to brag about. We'll give it a try again when the water warms up. We'll use that stinky bait again. I honestly think it was the fact that we weren't using fresh cut bait or live bait. So it is what it is. That's why they call it fishing. It's gambling. You come out here, you do the best you can, and you hope for the best. That's all you can do.